Friands are delightful little cakes that were invented by the French. They use ground almonds, so they're gluten-free, and they use whipped egg whites to keep them nice and light. Lightly grease 8 Friand molds with a little bit of butter. If you don't have Friand molds, just use a muffin tray. Tip in about 1 to 2 tablespoons of caster sugar. Shake it all around the Friand mold and it will stick to the butter, and then tip it into the next one and just keep repeating that. What this does is when you bake the Friands in the oven and they rise, it helps the mixture kind of like climb up against the sides of the mold so that you end up with really nice, light and airy Friands that come up above the top of the mold. Melt your butter and honey together. You can always use sugar instead of honey as well. Then stir it until it's combined and leave it on the bench to cool. In a large mixing bowl, combine your ground almonds, coconut and lemon zest. Whip your egg whites until they're nice and soft and foamy and really airy. Whipped egg whites are going to make the Friands really nice and light. So I'm not using the egg yolks in the Friands, but what you could do with the egg yolks is make a vanilla custard with them, and then you could serve the Friands with the vanilla custard. Add your cooled melted butter mixture, add vanilla essence, add egg whites, and use a large metal spoon. Fold the mixture really gently together, and the whole action is kind of like you're going straight down, cutting into the center of the mixture, and then turning the spoon over like that to fold it on top of each other. Then you turn the bowl a bit and you just keep doing that over and over again until the batter is nice and uniform but still has all of that light airiness in it. So we're going to end up with nice, light, fluffy Friands. Spoon the mixture, dividing it equally into the molds. Now make sure that you don't fill the molds any more than about 2/3 to 3/4. Top each Friand with a few blueberries. You could also use raspberries or currants. Bake them in the oven at 170 degrees Celsius for about 18 to 22 minutes. Keep a bit of an eye on them, but what you're looking for is you want them to be nice and risen and just be a nice light golden on top, and then they're done. So I've got 15 to 20 minutes and I don't have anything to do in that time. So how about I show you how to make the custard that I was talking about earlier. All you have to do is heat up 2 cups of milk and a little bit of vanilla. You don't want the milk to get too hot, so it just needs to be kind of warm to hot temperature. Don't actually let it come to the boil. If you do, then you'll probably end up with scrambled eggs instead of this nice silky custard. Almost burnt my finger, but it's not so hot that it burnt my finger, so that's about the right temperature. And meanwhile, I'm going to whisk up the egg yolks. A few tablespoons of sugar, and now just whisk it all up. Very gradually pour in the warmed milk while we're whisking continuously until it's all mixed in together, and then we pour it back into the pot and heat it over a low gentle heat for about 20 minutes until it's a nice silky custard. And you'll be able to tell that it's a perfect thickness when it coats the back of a wooden spoon and you can draw a line through it. Yum. So take them out, let them cool in the tin for at least 5 minutes or so, and then just get a blunt knife and run that around the outside gently. This one's just taking its time a little bit, but oh yep, there we go. These guys are very delicate. Voila! Put them onto a cake rack and sprinkle them with a little bit of icing sugar, and they're ready. Wow. Make Friands, give them to people, and you will make friends.